Go. Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Ryan.
And I am so excited for today's show. I mean, I'm excited every week, but this week is something extra. Ryan, like where you are doesn't even look real. It's so beautiful. Like, how is that real life?
This does look like one of those Zoom backgrounds, right?
We should make it one, I think, because it's just spectacular.
I promise I'm in a real space. You haven't seen me. You and I are in the same building, but we haven't seen each other. But I promise you, I am not sitting in my living room right now. I am in the new Opal Grand.
So today we are, like Ryan said, we are at the Opal Grand in Delray Beach, and it is phenomenal. Like when I walked in here, I mean, we knew because we saw photos and things coming in that it was going to be beautiful. Photos don't do this place justice, right? It's spectacular. Like I feel like I'm transported to someplace completely different. As much as we love Delray Beach, this is another level.
Well, yeah, and I'm very familiar with the Marriott. And by the way, if you don't know, that's what the Opal Grand is. It was the Marriott. And I'm sitting at the bar here, and Stephanie and I are trying to figure out where we are in the old hotel. And it's like you can't even figure it out.
No, it's not even like reminiscent at all that it's the same built. Like, I mean, nothing about this feels how it used to feel before. Like, because we all know this place as we came for banquets and events and, all kinds of things always happened here. And I mean, this place is like nothing you've ever seen before. If I was to have to figure out where I was, if you just stuck me here, I don't know that I'd know where I am. It's like a level of luxury that is like out of this world.
So where are you? I don't even know where you are.
Well, I am. Okay, I'm going to move the iPad and show you guys because it's worth seeing. So I am the lobby, okay? Lobbies are usually okay and, fine, whatever. But guys, we just have to. I know I'm supposed to be static, so Tiffany's going to kill me. But look at this room. I mean, there's staff. Like, this is the lobby, guys. So I am perched on the most beautiful swing. Here's the behind the scenes, how we're holding things up with this beautiful lantern even. I mean, every single touch of everything. Look at the columns. I mean, everything, it's been thought out. It is stunning. The service is beautiful from the moment you walk in the door. Everybody greets you, and it is lovely. Now let's see if I can get back on the swing without falling down. This is going to be the real challenge for the day. Okay, I did it. We're good. Oh my gosh, though, I am so in love with this place. Like, I don't know how I'm going to leave. Like, how am I going to go to work after being here?
It has that, and you probably know the proper saying, but it's like that coastal cottage chic vibe.
Oh my God. It is phenomenal. Like, seriously, every single detail. Like, I know I'm super fangirling over this place, but like, it deserves it. It really does. And I mean, like, I will admit, I really like beautiful hotels. I like the design. And like, when I stay at a hotel, like, I want an experience. You are getting an experience here. I mean, look where Ryan is. I mean, like, I keep staring at it. I'm going to be distracted by that wall for the entire show because it's spectacular.
Yes, and you know what? It's fun. Like you're sitting in a hammock chair hanging from the roof. I'm sitting at the monkey bar. Can you guys see that? The monkey with the lime glasses. So I'm at the brand new monkey bar, which is phenomenal. That is a real green wall. It's done by G Sky Green Walls, which is headquartered right here in Delray Beach. So that was built by a local company. And then as I just kind of spin it around, you can see this area.
The lanterns.
Private area over there. And it can be, I just saw them lower a wall and shut that whole place off and make it private and then raise it right back up. I don't even know where the wall went. It's somewhere in the ceiling. It was pretty neat.
It is like over the top luxury, beautiful. And I think it's the perfect place for a staycation. If you really want a luxurious experience to feel like you're going somewhere very different, from the second you step foot in here, you really are transported into a different place. And I was chatting with some of the different people from the hotel here right before we went on. And like the thing that is so special about this particular property is you have downtown Delray, you have the beach, you have everything. Where else can you have these kind of things right when you walk outside your hotel of such a luxurious stay? Like, I mean, you can have everything and anything you want here.
You walk out one door, you're 10 feet from the beach. You walk out the other door, you're 10 feet from downtown and Atlantic Avenue. Yes.
Like, what other property nearby can you say, like, you get all this?
Yeah, it's an incredible resort. I can't wait to learn more. I know we have Julia Phillips, and she's the new GM, and I got to meet her just a second when I was walking in the front door, and she'll be joining us to tell us all about the new Opal Grand.
Yes. Julia, do we have on? I know she's very busy, so we may have to. There she is. Hi, Julia. Welcome.
Good morning.
We are blown away by this property, Julia. Like, absolutely. Like, I mean, like I was just saying to Ryan, I'm like gushing at how beautiful everything is here, and all of the service, and every single person that I've encountered who works here is beyond lovely. Like, just want you to be happy and have a good stay.
And we've seen this much of it. We've seen this much of it.
Yeah, it really is a special place, and we're so happy to have you here this morning.
So Julia, you obviously have a beautiful accent. So what brought you to Delray Beach?
Well, a bit of a story. Yes, originally from England, but I've been over here 23 years. So it's definitely home now, but I've been in the business 23 years, and hospitality is all I've ever done. And I was most recently up in Orlando as a GM of a large resort. And when I got word of this amazing opportunity, how could I possibly pass this up to come to Delray, but also to be the GM of this amazing project that's finally coming to its conclusion after about 18 months.
And it has been one heck of a project. We've been watching from the outside here in Delray Beach, and some of us have gotten peeks on the inside. Tell us a little bit about the scope of the renovations here.
So it's really been a complete transformation from the outside, the exterior facade with that amazing white American Caribbean feel, to the guest rooms, a complete gut of the guest rooms, public space, meeting space, building a new restaurant on the Atlantic Avenue side. I mean, it's really everything from the inside out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like we said, we saw like one little bit of it, and the transformation is, I mean, you can't recognize what this property formerly looked like. So I can't even imagine how much work went into it. And I have to say, like, they're still working. Like, there's all kinds of changes happening, which is so exciting to just be able to watch it happen around us.
It really has been so exciting, like you said, to see the changes in front of our eyes. And we never closed, we've stayed open. So being able to see that change every day and just the progress, and it really has been incredible. And yes, we're really coming towards the end now. We're wrapping up the lobby, which should be open within the next week. So yes, we are definitely almost there.
Well, I think a key word is transformation. I mean, that just nails it. It is a true transformation. But I'm sure it's deeper than what we can see here. Tell us about the services. And you mentioned a restaurant, and I'm sitting at the Monkey Bar, the Monkey Bar. What are some of the other changes coming along with the interior and exterior design elements?
Yeah, so the design really is what's going to make us stand out. One of the main things that's going to make us stand out. I mean, you really have to see it to believe it and feel what it truly is and where it came from. But services, I mean, the services are just going to be that much more elevated from what we were. Personalized service, but more than that, it's the culture that we're creating among our staff for hospitality excellence. And that's what we really want to be known for, is our service, from our exclusive and private villas and concierge services to the different programs that we're going to be introducing down the road, wellness programs, including yoga and meditation. We're really going to be positioned with the best of the best, with the likes of the Four Seasons and the O Resorts, two very exclusive resorts that are very well known. But it's our location that's really going to set us apart, because we're at the beach, but we're also on Atlantic Avenue, and you can't beat that prime location And there's so much to do, not only on property, but off property as well.
Absolutely. And I mean, I have to say, we've done a lot of staycations at the Four Seasons, and it's exactly what you said. When you're there, there's nowhere to go. You're there because you go to the beach and you stay on resort. But here, you have the ability to stay on resort, especially once that new restaurant opens or the beautiful monkey bar, to be able to really just hang out because it is so inviting and gorgeous. But if you want to walk around and explore, you have that option, and you don't even need to get in a car. You can just walk in and have all kinds of experiences. And I think you're absolutely correct. For somebody who's looking for that kind of an experience, this is it plus some.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the vision for Opal from the beginning and moving forward? What's the overall vision for this new creation?
It really is impeccable service and that personalized service that I have mentioned, but also people are looking for an experience. It goes well beyond just having a good stay at a nice resort. People's expectations are different. They want a unique experience, and we want our guests to come to Opal and have that amazing experience and talk about us and come back and tell their friends and their family, and year after year. And that's, for us, that's really what we're looking for. It's the service and it's an experience.
Well, the experience was very different from right when I walked in the door. I almost forgot that I was here to tape the show. I just started walking over to one of those pods to like check in. But it's not your classic long counter. It's like these little pods, people greeting you. I think one of them was made to look like a giant tree trunk, and like on the ground. It was just, it had this different vibe when I walked in, and everyone, like Amanda mentioned, everyone was just so friendly and willing to help me. I almost just checked in.
I know. If only, Ryan. I don't want to leave. Like, you can't make me leave. It's
that's exactly what we want, is that wow factor when guests walk in, and with the personalized experience. Those pods, it's not, you're right, it's not the typical check-in area. Those pods become so much more personal, and the front desk agents, they can walk around and really be one-on-one with that guest and create that first wow impression upon check-in. And it just raises that whole level of guest experience and expectation.
Yeah, I really think you're seeing that transformation when it comes to luxury, is that personal element, right? Luxury used to mean the big counter and the person behind it, and but that's changing, So tell us just a little bit more about what the average vacation or a traveler is expecting from an experience like Opal's.
They expect refined service. They expect that personalized service. It's all about them, and we want them to feel that they're the only guest in the resort. It's going to be that detailed, that elevated, and that special. And we have regulars that come back again and again because they know what they're going to get when they come and stay at Opal Grand.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, guys, you have to come. Like, this is one of those places, like, it's just pictures, video. I don't know how to describe it other than you need to be here, because it is that spectacular. And I think this is the perfect place for people, like I said, to do a staycation, or when people come in town, a great recommendation for friends and family who want a really special experience here in Delray Beach.
It's the perfect location for any type of getaway, whether it's a staycation, a girls' getaway, a romantic weekend for two, or the family. There's something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you nailed it. A spectacular transformation here at the Opal Grand. Very exciting for Delray Beach. Very exciting for everybody I see working all around me. I'm sure the team here is just super excited about this transformation. Thank you, Julia, so much for joining us and hosting us.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, not a bad way to start our morning. That's all I've got to say.
Yes.
The day can only keep going up from here, right?
That's right. I'm at a resort. I'm starting my day at a luxury resort that only a handful of people have really seen. And I will say the team here is they're working, right? They're putting the finishing touches like literally around us. I think a little bit of the loud finishing touches had to put on pause just for a little bit while we go live from many different rooms here. But I'm really excited about checking out the guest rooms.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just excited to explore. Like, I can only imagine what the rest of this property looks like, because in seeing the 2 spaces that we've been able to see, blown away.
Well, let's have our next guest on and get her interpretation of this new transformation.
Absolutely. So next up, we have Carol Dover. Carol, are you with us?
Coming to us from FRLA.
We're all scattered across the property, so we're...
Here we are.
Hi, Carol. Welcome.
Good morning. Sorry about that. Yes.
No.
So happy to be here. Wow, this is such an amazing, beautiful place. I'm embarrassed to say this because I'm a born and raised Floridian, but I've never been here. And this has been such an amazing treat to come to Delray and see this gorgeous property that's here. I'm so grateful for the Walsh family and what they're doing here for this city.
Now, Carol, you've probably seen more of the property than we have.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a beautiful room. Yes, I went to the gym yesterday, and the amenities here are fantastic. But I have to say, the staff is just superior. You know, from the time you pull up to the door. I mean, we all know that it's been tough for this industry since COVID hit, and so many places have had to scale back, but you can tell at this property, they haven't scaled back one bit. They have service, they have this gorgeous location. I think Mark was sharing with me that this property has been a hotel since 1925. And so if you think about the fact that you can have a hotel that stays a hotel and it wasn't ever converted to a condo or a gas station because it's on the corner, right? You know, what it's done for the community, because I can't even visualize what this would be like for the town if the use of this real estate was anything other than a hotel. And right across the beach, I walked out Atlantic, and I had no idea. This is like a little hidden gem here, y'all. You need to, I mean, I know you do advertise it, but we need to tell more because this place is fantastic.
Yeah, well, we're a little biased, but we sure do love it here. And we're so excited that you finally have come and found us, because you have a ton of experience in working with hotels. And so you've seen a lot of different things. So how do you feel about this particular property from your experience?
Wow. Well, I guess I have to confess, even some of my family call me like a hotel geek, because prior to COVID, I mean, and it's not a badge that everybody wants to wear, but you know, I was truly on the road probably 5 days a week. So I lived my life in hotels and on airplanes. And so to see a hotel this special in our beautiful state, by the way, which is, it's just amazing. I mean, I cannot stress to anyone who has never been to Delray Beach, you need to start packing your bags, make a phone call, come to the open area. The property is almost indescribable. And then the beach, you have it all here. You have the great restaurants, bars, I mean, you have a spa, you have the pool, and it's fantastic.
Well, Carol, I don't want to cut you off. Keep going on and on about how much you love our city. Tell us, what have you been able to experience outside the walls of Opal, Graham, when it comes to our great city and great downtown?
So I went to Latitudes with Mr. Walsh and Carrie, and that was amazing. Dinner, stone crabs right on the water. The view was beautiful. And then I went to Cut 432, walked all up and down Atlantic, just peeking in at shops. And okay, I have to admit, I walked in, they have this lovely employee here that told me you have to go to Allure by the Sea. So it's a little spa. So I stopped in and met Ella, and it's just a cool town. It's so quaint and just lovely.
I like that. Cool and quaint. I like it.
You're the cool and quaint town.
I agree. Absolutely. So can you also tell us a little bit about what you do so people understand exactly how much you know about this industry and what FRLA does?
So it's been a labor of love for me my entire career, but I've been president and CEO of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association now going on 26 years. So I've seen the state through the highs and the lows, and I can tell you one thing, we may have hit a low in 2020, but we will be back. We are Florida. We have 820 miles of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and we will bounce back. So we're a trade association. We represent the hotel and restaurant industry statewide. I also serve on both national boards, and we are their lobbying arm as well. So we work the state capitol. Our headquarters are in Tallahassee, and you could almost throw a rock from my balcony to the capitol. So we're very much in the mainstream of the political arena. So love this industry. If it has anything to do with hotels or restaurants, you can guarantee that someone on my team at FRLA is working on the issue.
Whoa, Ryan, you just had a scene change. What just happened before our eyes?
Well, like I said, they're literally working around us. And what I noticed about the room that I'm sitting across from is that they were testing these lights. Notice how the room is slowly changing colors around me. And so I had to move over. And once again, it looks like my background's fake, right?
You know what? You should have changed the scene at one point to my room and the beautiful balcony that overlooks the ocean.
Carol, run.
It was hard.
I'm sure. Wow. So guys, you have no idea. We got a little sneak peek of Carol's resume ahead of time. And I mean, you've done so much, and thank you for all that you fight for this industry, because without people like you, who knows where this industry would be right now in Florida. And I think it's super important and impressive how much you have done to really make sure that all of our hotels are able to keep on inviting guests.
Thank you, Ellie. I have a great team. I've been very blessed to have some of my team members have also been with me 30 years. So it's truly a labor of love for all of us at FRLA, and we're just so honored to have a state like this, because I stay on the phone a lot throughout the week with my other colleagues from other states, and trust me, what our governor has done to keep this state open and operating and trying to help prop us back up on our feet, that's not being done in every state across the country. Some states are still closed, and so we're so fortunate. We're open for business here, folks. Come to Florida, see the beautiful sunshine, and enjoy this gorgeous hotel here.
Absolutely. And what are some things that you're working on behind the scenes, Carol, that you're able to share with us in terms of like legislation and different things?
Well, some of you may or may not know, it's committee hearings now, and then our session will start the 1st of March. Our top priority is COVID liability protection. That's critical that we get a bill passed, and I believe they will. The governor's very serious about it. The Senate and the Speaker of the House, Senate President are very, very committed to getting this done. So hopefully we'll get that passed out in the early part of the session. The issue that is critical to our industry that some people might kind of shake their head about, believe it or not, is alcohol to go. A lot of people don't realize that prior to COVID, in the restaurant industry or the hotels who have restaurants, if you ordered, any kind of alcohol, in most cases, unless it's corked and sealed, there's some nuances that did allow you to take out, but you could not take out, say, a batch of margaritas that are properly sealed, or Cosmopolitan, or whatever your specialty drink is. So under an executive order done by our governor, he lifted that regulation. And in thousands and thousands of cases, it is what kept some restaurants open. So what we're trying to do is ratify it and make it part of the permanent statute. So alcohol to go will continue, because this, yes, we're hopefully going to see with vaccinations the downhill side of COVID, but we've still got a long ways to go. And we've got to keep the economic engine of our state propped up by the tourism industry. We are, you think about Florida, tourism is our economic engine. And, you know, we've taken a pretty big punch in the gut this year. So, so that's one piece of legislation. We will always fight for Visit Florida funding. Marketing our state is critical. And as I've said before, it's always been critical, but it's even more so now because, like I said, some states aren't even open for business. We are. How do you get that message out? You have to have the ability to market and tell people that are sitting in California right now, which by the way is still closed in many cases, that we're not closed, we're open, come to Florida. And so we'll fight for significant funding for Visit Florida. So
we're open and we're safe, right? We have partners like our chamber, like our Downtown Development Authority, like the Opal Grand, everyone. They've given me my own private space here, and then everyone's wearing masks, and there's a lot of confidence put in well-run organizations and restaurants and cities. You've seen our expanded outdoor dining throughout downtown, and I'm seeing it continue to grow as restaurants are making the investment in the picnic tables and all the seating outside. So I think that's a really good point. And you're right. I haven't really thought about how much it's meant to restaurants, but when I think of my $35 taco order from El Camino, and then I add on a $30 jug of margarita, I'm sure that's helping them.
And that's just one person doing it. So visualize that going on from Pennsylvania. But it truly has made a significant difference. You know, I think we take for granted in a state like Florida that we don't have a state income tax. And, you know, guess what? We don't want one. So what's the best way to do that is continue to have our tourism dollars flowing through the coffers, whether it's staying in the hotel, eating in the restaurants, buying gas, buying goods and services. All of those things continue to pump fuel into our economy. And that's what we have to do, is get ourselves back on our feet. And there's no better way than to come to this absolutely amazing hotel here in Delray Beach called the Opal Grand.
Yes.
Great. Carol, thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to meeting you in person here shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to walk around the corner and watch this life change. Thank you all for having me. I will commit to you one thing. I will fight very hard to continue to promote this area and to, for sure, book a convention or a meeting here in the very near future, because it's a very special place, and I look forward to coming back. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, we look forward to seeing you here again soon, Carol. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Amanda, I'm like not only dying to check out the rest of this hotel, but I got a bunch of people here that I think are really dying for me to finish up so that they can get back to work. Yeah. So is Tiffany joining us for some quick announcements?
It is. She has a couple quick announcements.
Everyone, I'm so jealous. It looks so beautiful. I can't wait to come over and book my staycation. I'm so excited.
Yes. So what's going on?
A few community announcements this morning. Feeding South Florida, Eat Better, Live Better, and the city of Delray Beach are doing a food giveaway from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Quezon United Methodist Church on the corner of Swinton and Lake Ida. So if you are in that area, there is a lot of traffic this morning. I drove by on my way into the chamber. The police department is out there. But if you know anybody in need of getting food from Feeding South Florida and Eat Better, Live Better, please send them to Quezon United Methodist Church. Our friends at Unity Church are actually hosting a webinar series. It's the part one, I think, of a 4-part series today at 11. It's called Helping Our Community Through Stressful Times. So you can tune into the Unity Delray Beach Facebook page at 11 a.m. for that. And then also WXEL South Florida PBS is hosting an Ask the Experts on COVID vaccines this evening at 7 p.m. and Dr. Fauci will be on live with them. So you can go to allhealthtv.com and tune in for Asking the Experts. They do have a website where you can submit a question, although the event is today, so probably would have already had to submit that question. So thank you to Laurel Sauer for pulling that together and sending us that information from WXEL. For the chamber, next week is the first week of February already. How is that possible? So we invite you to, if calling all nonprofits, we have our nonprofit council on Tuesday, and that will take place in person at the Arts Garage, socially distanced. So please bring your masks. And we'll hear from Rich Pollock from Pollock Communications talking about how to tell your story, the art of storytelling. So super important for our nonprofits. It's free for all of our nonprofit members. And if you're a for-profit and you want to join us, please do. It's only $10. And it goes towards your lunch. Again, our Tuesday webinar series continues next week at 12:30. And then if you guys want to be on Delray Morning Live, again, chamber@delraybeach.com, send us an email. We want to tell your story. And then next Friday is our Government Affairs Friday Forum at 8 a.m. via Zoom. And we'll hear from Vice Mayor of Palm Beach County, Robert Weinroth. We'll also get an update from the city, the DDA, the CRA, our police department, fire department, and our emergency manager. So that's a really great one to Zoom into. It's free, 8 a.m. the first Friday of every month. And that's all I have.
Thanks, Tiffany.
And you can always go to delraybeach.com/events to see everything that we have going on and for more information on how to tell your story on Delray Morning Live.
Yes, and check out the recording of the all membership meeting yesterday with the Economic Outlook. It was, I got to catch about 2/3 of it, so I have to go back and catch the end, but it was fantastic. So much great information about our state and then about our county. Really, really important stuff, and a lot of good news. I mean, really a lot of good news in regards to economic development in our state and city. So
thank you for mentioning that, Ryan. Yep, delraybeach.com/webinars. We'll also be replaying that if you weren't able to tune in with us live on Facebook during the month of February. So that was a really great one with the president of the Florida Chamber and our Business Development Board of Palm Beach County. So, and State Representative Mike Caruso while he was driving up to Tallahassee. So it was a great call yesterday. So if you need that link, just send us a note. We'll send it to you, but it will be live later today.
Awesome.
well, great. Well, I'm going to go make a reservation.
I know, right?
And Delray Beach, we will see you next week, and give us some ideas. Where do you want us to pop up in our city? I know we have a few new restaurants open up and actually new businesses. I saw a new coffee shop. There's a lot of exciting things happening right now. Yeah. And we're looking for suggestions.
More. More. I'm tired of being stuck in my living room, Ryan. We got to be out in the world again.
Yes.
Well, again, to the Opal Grand for hosting us today. Beautiful morning, and I can't wait for all of you to see it. Bye, Ryan.
Bye.